Thanks for coming back to the channel, Jsurbanadventures. Today, I'm gonna be climbing up in a tree to do some tree trimming for my job. Just wanted to show you the tree, and then we'll talk about the van a little later in the video.
Up there, is it harder than it looks? You want to say something to your mom and dad? All right, we're keeping them safe, so we're training them.
So I climbed up the tree, but now JR's up there doing the real work. I was just doing a little training, learning how to climb it. But now he's up there cutting and everything with the saw. Eventually I'll do that. For now, I'm just learning. I felt like Mulan when I was up there. Mr. I'll make a man out of you. One side down, one side to go. Hopefully this doesn't land on those power lines. There we go. Here it goes. Whoa. Did it break the rocks?
All right.
Uh-oh.
I think we're going to be alive for another 24 hours at least.
Did this? Hey guys, so I hope you enjoyed that little preview or little, clip of what I do for work. A couple people have asked me in the comment section what I do for work and how I sustain this life. It's not hard to sustain a life living in a van. Once you have the van, you don't have as many bills, you don't have a lot of things, so it's not a hard life to sustain. But that's what I do for work. Tree trimming. I do a lot of other stuff too. I do landscaping, handyman work. I'm learning mechanic stuff. I'm learning tree trimming, and my boss is pretty cool. And yeah, so that's the work. Give you a little couple updates on the van. Got rid of one bench seat. Look how dirty the floor is already. Well, I gotta re-vacuum it because now these things I can access them. But got one of the seats out. Gave it to my friend Hunter. Did an interview with him on the channel. He's not homeless anymore. He's got his own place, but he needed a couch, so I let him hold the seat. I'm gonna still try to sell those two. So I got more space in here for activities now. I got my temporary tags on the back there, and today my actual plates came in the mail. I think I'm gonna pick them up tomorrow. I might have time to pick them up today. Right now I'm about to head out to Orem from Salt Lake City for a Dragon Ball Super card game tournament. These cards right here. Tournament in Orem, the first tournament since the coronavirus lockdown began that I've been able to go to. It's going to be the first time I've actually been able to play with somebody with physical cards at the table instead of having to go on Untap on the internet and play, which is not the same. I play card games because I want to look at somebody in the eye, figure out if they're bluffing, figure out what's in their hand, and make all the decisions and stuff. It's not as personal when it's online, so it's not as fun. But gonna head out to Orem. It's Friday. I gotta work tomorrow again. Just wanted to make a little quick video for you guys because I've been working a lot and haven't had time to make as many. Haven't had time to make one like every day or anything, but try to keep the content coming consistently. Another thing I did is I got insurance, Progressive insurance. I did a quote online for Progressive and got my quote. Then I went to a actual physical building, Wasatch Insurance here in Salt Lake City, And all the guy did, all they do in those insurance places is go online and ask you for your information, type it in, and then give you a quote. Like, I could have done that myself. I could have went, he literally in front of me went to the Progressive website, put all of my information in to get a quote, which I had done the night before, so I already knew what their quote was for me. His quote was $50 more on the down payment and like $30 more every month to get Progressive through them. Like, why would I do that? I'll just get Progressive myself. So I got Progressive, I got insurance, I got the tags, I just haven't put them on yet. And yeah, so we're legit now. And I just got paid today, so I think the first thing that I'm gonna do, my most important priority right now, the first thing I'm gonna do is get an alarm system, because, you know, like yesterday I took a shower at my friend Hunter's house, and when I brought him the couch, and I had the car parked out front. He kind of lives in the hood, and I was just freaking out that while I was in his apartment, somebody was gonna get into the van, and all they got to do is break a window and take everything I own. So a really big important priority right now is an alarm system. The one I want is a Viper alarm system. It's like $150 on Amazon. The reason I want it specifically is because it comes with a key fob that has a digital image of a car, and if somebody's trying to open your front door, then the little front door icon on the car picture, you know, has a little symbol, so you know somebody. And the key fob beeps. The key fob has an alarm on it too. So even if I'm, you know, in a mall or in somebody's apartment and the van is in the parking lot outside, somebody breaks in and the alarm starts going off, if I can't hear that, I'm not going to go to the van, and they still have plenty of time to do what they need to do before the cops come. So I'm going to get this one because the key fob actually has an alarm on it. That way my key fob starts going off, I'm sprinting to the van and handling it, you know. But yeah, other than that, cool stuff. Nighttime's been kind of, you know, it's kind of rough right now because I didn't have plates, and I had to be real cautious of where I was staying because I didn't have plates, I didn't have insurance, and I didn't want to be messed with while I was sleeping. But now as I get more and more of that stuff, it's a little easier to find places to sleep. But I'm gonna put a little clip right now of the other night, something that happened. I basically parked, and next to the sidewalk, kind of in the hood, in the middle, you know, it was far from anything, but it was in kind of a rundown area of the city. And when I parked on the sidewalk, there was a pillow on the sidewalk, but no person. And within like 15 minutes after parking and getting comfortable, the lady who owned the pillow came to the pillow and she laid down, and that was her spot. And she was on one. She was talking to herself and ranting and raving and yelling and screaming, and I don't even know if she realized I was in the van, or maybe she was mad because I was in the van and I was parked so close to her spot. I don't know what the deal is. I got a little clip of it. Just want you guys to know I'm not trying to make fun of this lady. It's actually really sad. And you know, I've never been there with the whole mental schizophrenia and all that stuff, but I have been there on the streets. I've been on the streets in the same position as her, so I know what it's like. Here's a little clip from the other night. Check it out, guys. And yeah, just pray for this lady, man. You know, I wish anything bad on her. I'm not trying to make fun of her, and just want you guys to see what it's like living in a van, parking in the city, what can sometimes happen. So I parked for the night. I'm just chilling, and right after I parked, this lady, she's looking out. She's tripping out. I'm not trying to like make fun of homeless people, because I'm homeless, basically. Well, my vehicle is my home, but I was homeless for 3 years, stayed 2 years in a shelter and 1 year on the streets. And I'm not trying to make fun of her, but she's she's definitely out there. I'm thinking I might move spots because she walked away for a minute. That's why I'm talking. My window's open because I'm smoking cigarettes. Just cigarettes. But anyway, she's gone, but she's probably gonna come back. She left all this stuff there. She was talking to herself like she pulled out her money and threw it on the ground. She has 80 bucks, 4 20s. I'm not trying to count her money, but she pulled it out and counted it out loud. And I was sitting here, and then she was talking about ripping it up and throwing it, saying she'll rip it up. She'll rip it up right now. And she pulled it out of her pocket and threw it on the ground. She's coming back. I'm scared. This lady has been screaming to herself for like 2 hours.
You're not getting any church services. She doesn't have any fucking money. She's not gonna help you. There's no money. She will never give you your fucking goddamn shit ever again. You fucking goddamn bitch. Ever. You're gonna lose every one of your woman's fucking goddamn things. You fucking bitch. Every one of them.
So that was the other night. And then last night also, I parked, there was a camper parked on the side of the road over by Welfare Square. And I parked behind the camper. There was actually a camper, then a truck, and then my van. So there was, you know, a truck in between us. But after I parked, the guy in the camper got out and walked by my van. And he was like yelling, he's like, if somebody's sleeping in there, you're gonna get your effing window broken tonight. And I almost opened the door with my hatchet and said, is there a problem, sir? But I was like, whatever, he's probably drunk or something. I'm just gonna ignore it. And I did, and he was walking away from the camper when he yelled that. And then later that night, he came back to his camper, and when he walked by the van that time, he didn't say anything. So I didn't worry about it, and nothing happened. But yeah, it's just like you can hear everything that's happening outside the van while you're in it. So it's kind of, you really want to make sure you're isolated so you don't have to deal with that. And you just got to watch out for crazy people. I've also got an idea of how much gas I use. It's Friday afternoon. I filled this thing up on Friday afternoon. Full tank from empty to full was $50. And I've been driving for a week now, working every day. Still got a quarter of a tank left, so seems pretty good with gas. Basically 50 bucks a week. Actually, you know, I still have a quarter tank and it's been a week, so this might last me. I'm going to Orem tonight, so I'll probably have to refill it tomorrow. But that's more than a week that it lasted me, and a trip to Orem. So that's pretty cool. And that's pretty much it. I'm about to head over there to Orem now. Just wanted to give you guys a little catch up, let you know what's going on with the van life, how it's going. I've been working a lot. Now I got a little, you know, how to get the insurance, how to get the tags, and all that stuff. It costs a little bit of money, but I just got paid again, so now I'm gonna get an alarm system and work on putting that in. The alarm system's $150. Installation is also $150. So I'm gonna try to install it myself and save that other $150. But we'll see what happens. I'll make a little video out of that. Look, it's storming. We were in a real dry year this year, a real dry spout, and then it stormed yesterday. It stormed, it hailed, it rained, and now it looks like it's gonna do it again. It's looked like this all day though, and it hasn't started raining yet. But that's pretty much the video, guys. That's what's been going on this week. Work, living in the van, and yeah, if you ever do this, just make sure you don't park by crazy people that yell all night. And it may seem like a good idea to go where a lot of the homeless people are, because there's going to be a lot of RVs and vans and people living in their vans parked in those type of areas. But those type of areas are also where you're going to have more problems, you're going to have more annoyances, you're going to have more risk. So I don't know, I think it's better to find somewhere outside of the city where it's kind of you know, rural or industrial areas are real good too. You know, where there's like semi yards and truck yards and stuff. That's kind of where I'm at now. It's kind of where I work. But yeah, I hope you guys liked the video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Please give a thumbs up. Drop me a comment down below. Give me some ideas of what you think about the van and what you think about the videos and the channel. I got some ideas for a couple more videos soon that aren't part of the Van Life channel. I'm gonna make a dread series because I'm gonna be cutting my dreads. Not cutting them off completely, but I'm gonna be cutting them shorter. Oh yeah, turn the bell on too. All that good stuff. Do all that good stuff. Check out the Patreon. We got a new patron. I got my second patron ever, which right now I currently only have one patron. And I've only had 2 total ever. So the new patron, I think his name is Eric. Grateful to you, brother. Thank you so much. And I'm out, guys. Jsurbanadventures, going Orem. Gonna win this tournament. Peace. Maybe I'm not getting KFC because look at this line. Wow. Wow, wait. That thing's in line. Oh my God, those cars are all in line too. Okay, never mind. We're not getting KFC. Tell how bad it is. See how bad that flag is blowing?